Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here. We're back. We're doing a best 2 out of 3 M21 draft. Alright, draft has fired. What do we got? Pretty underwhelming pack, actually. Our rare is Animal Sanctuary, which is a card I actually like quite a bit. Battle Rattle Shaman is an uncommon. We've got Sanctum. This is a good Sanctum to start off if you want to build the Shrine deck. Anointed Chorister, good 1-drop. We have Arsonist. Pretty underwhelming. Could take the Sanctuary. It leaves us the most open to anything. It's usually playable. It's got some pretty big upside if you can play it. It's like a land combat trick. Like I said, I'm not giving any... I think the next closest is probably like Chorister. Maybe the Shaman. It's just a weak enough pack where I'm happy to take the rare that leaves me completely open outside of having to play some of these animals. And potentially can make the deck really good. I think it's at its best in Selesnya. We'll see if we can piece together what's going on here. Alright, well, could take another Selesnya card here in Hunter's Edge. Otherwise, there is Garrick's Uprising, which is a good Gruul card. 4-power Matters deck. Deathbloom Thallid I like a lot. Greed is for the sack deck. Enforcers for Skies decks. Watchdog works with the Sanctuary. It's just not an exciting follow-up pick. Probably just take the Edge. It's a removal spell. Highly playable. Still good in Selesnya. Okay. Alright. Well, Fate's Fetters is still a good reason to go down the Selesnya path. There's Surge, which is a great Selesnya card too. Feet, Selesnya, Watchdog, Sanctuary. So all of these are very powerful effects, but I'm going to take the Fetters. Removal with gain life, and it can deal with everything, including Planeswalkers. Seems worth it to me. Alright, next pick. So, Ruined Halo actually is a fine sideboard card. I like that it gives Teferi's tutelage protection. Mutt kind of makes sense. We have the Sanctuary. It's another good sideboard card. Rousing Reed for blue. Arcanist for Izzet. Kraken, just playable blue card. Wizardry. My M21 curse is that Izzet is always open in every draft pot I ever do. Always open. My least favorite archetype is the most open in every draft. That's my curse. Let's take the Halo. It's a sideboard card. I mean, Mutt is too. You know what? Mutt probably comes in more out of side, and you can main deck it. Alright. Fine. It's also a dog. Alright, take the Fate's Fetters here. Number 2. Big pickup for us. Not seeing any green here. Could be Azorius Skies. There are birds there too. That's not bad. Alright. Ooh, Watcher of the Spheres. Well, it's looking like it. I mean, this is the strongest card. This is also a bird for Sanctuary. It's certainly the strongest card here. We'll take it. Alright, Enthralling Hold. Good pickup. There's a Swooper, which is playable in any white deck. It's probably not at its best in a Blue-Eyed Skies deck, but still fine in a Skies deck. We'll take the Control Magic, though. So I think it's better. Well, a big pickup here. Pick 8, Watcher of the Spheres. I would say we just go right into Blue-Eyed Skies at that point. It's also a Riddle form here, but much rather do the Watcher plan. I don't love Riddle form outside of Izzet. I guess if you have enough spells, you can make it happen. But yeah, I don't think it's optimal outside of Izzet. I don't know if you guys noticed this yet, but all of my creatures can get pumped by Animal Sanctuary right now. It's pretty awesome. Alright, I guess Secure the Scene's a sideboard card. I probably take the Wishcoin Crab. This card is actually totally fine in a Skies deck. It's just a big butted ground blocker. It is tough to get by, and it can save you some damage, and we're not passing much. I don't like Secure the Scene very much, even sideboarding into it. And Thornwood Falls. If I wanted to splash green, it doesn't seem likely I would splash for Hunter's Edge or Sanctums for that matter. Alright, Legion's Judgment is a legitimate sideboard card. I like it enough to take it here over Short Sword, and that's about it that we would otherwise consider. Tome Anima, it's not a very playable card. I'm going to cut blue though and take it. It's not a very good card in general. Okay, Arcanist, I mean, we don't have anything, but we'll take it anyway in case we end up with some spells. I'm going to take the Cove over the Shieldmate, even though Shieldmate's pretty playable. I've found I'd rather have the fixing, the free land, especially if we're going to be running Animal Sanctuary, which I believe we are. Alright, Glorious Anthem, huge pickup for us there. Otherwise, Reign of Revelation would be good. I would play Rousing Reed. Wall of Runes would be fine in here. We might wheel the Wall of Runes, but for now, happily taking a Glorious Anthem, never looking back. Alright, here I think we're just going to take the Hallowblade. There's another Enthralling Hold in here, but Hallowblade is kind of a dirty card in the format, regardless of whether you're a Skies deck or not. And we might even find a Rousing Reed or something like that. Sanctum of All, kind of interesting. Yeah, we're taking it over our second Control Magic and being happy. Well, there's another Sanctum. So we can take the Pegasus. It has better synergy with the Watcher of the Spheres and Warded Battlements if we end up with any of those. I do think Chorister is quite awesome, but I'd rather go Skies. I want to maximize the value of these Watcher of the Spheres. This, you can play for 1 mana and it pumps your Watcher. It's really good. Chorister would be good too, but take the Pegasus. Alright, getting the Battlements now I think is going to be a good pickup for us. Yeah, Battlements is at its best in a Skies deck, and it can block in the ground too, which is nice. So no problems there. We'll take it. I think Mutt is more likely to be sideboard. So here we can take Enforcer. I think Enforcer is also at its best in a deck like this. You can tap things down. It blocks reasonably well. Otherwise, Lofty Denial would be fine too. It's at its best in Skies once again. Karavik is the rare. Thankfully, it doesn't get us too badly. Doesn't even kill any of our guys. So, Rousing Reed now seems fine. Good on a Hallowblade. Good on other creatures at some point. Not much else for us anyway. I set this inside for now. Maybe I leave it out in case, so it's a reminder that I have it. Yeah, easy Rousing Reed. Alright, so could take the Larcenist. Otherwise, I can take the Blue Sanctum. You know, we might end up with the White Sanctum too. And then it only costs 4 mana to tap. It's not bad. I'm actually going to take the Blue Sanctum. It might not pan out, but if we wheel the white one, could be okay. Alright, I can take Lofty Denial here. Currently we only have 4 flyers if you count Rousing Reed, but hoping we can find some more. So there's a Black Sanctum here if I wanted to splash for it, but I think I actually want the Wall of Runes. Wall of Runes is just good in a deck like this. It blocks well, and it just seems fine to me. I don't need another crab. I guess I'll take the Sanctum just for the gems. Read the Tides is playable. I can take it over Revitalize. Yeah, that's fine. Get a cancel. I think because we have the Lofty Denial, we'd probably rather do that. These Lofty Denials aren't going to be playable though unless we get some more flyers. Take the worst card here because we're not going to compete for black cards. All right, Temple. Probably just take the Ghostlight here. Gets cheaper with Double Watcher. It's a flyer. It's tempo. Be nice to wheel the Sky Scanner. Selfless Savior would be a nice pickup too on the wheel. But Ghostlight is going to be a good pickup. This is also a dog for Sanctuary. Not irrelevant. Siege Striker is very good. I don't like it as much in my Skies decks, but we do have Rousing Reed, so usually I just want to fly over top, and we only have 10 creatures currently. We can run less creatures if Sea Striker's not looking bad though with like Wall of Runes and battlements. We already have a decent amount of removal too. I guess I'll take the Siege Striker. I really don't love it in this kind of deck, but I think it's the pick. So we can take another Enthralling Hold. I'm kind of okay with that. You can kind of count it as a creature too, which is not bad. Alright, another Battlements. Or we take Chorister as like a mana sink with lifelink. So at this point I think we're off the Lofty Denials. Guess we'll take Chorister. It's a good mana sink. We can win games. A lot of good black in here. Guess we'll take Larcenist. I don't really want to play it, but consider it. So, Shieldmate here, I guess. I mean, our cheap creatures are also just better because we have Glorious Anthem and Battlements. It's another reason why Siege Striker is such a good pickup. I think Arcanist doesn't look very good in here. Basically, it just makes like one spell cheaper. So I don't think that's going to happen. We have 15 creatures if you include the Enthralling Holds. I think it's okay to do that. I don't like Lofty Denial in here anymore, though. So I'm going to upgrade these. Wall of Runes is also worse when you don't have the skies that you want. Here, I think it's an easy Rain of Revelation. Good card advantage. So we can take the Battlements. I'm probably okay with that. Over a Protege. Yeah, it's fine. I mean, it's just going to be good with some of our cheaper creatures too. So Sky Scanner I want some flyers in here with these Watchers. I feel like they're being underutilized. Probably cut the Read the Tides. We can't ramp into it, and we don't have a ton of need for it, I don't think. I can take another Shieldmate. You know what? They're totally fine in here. So we can take the Enforcer. We really just don't have enough flyers to support them, I don't think. All the Shieldmates. I mean, Shieldmates are actually kind of good with double Battlements and Glorious Anthem. They get quite a bit better. So maybe we're off the Crab. Yeah, maybe we're off the Wall of Runes. I think so. I think we're off Wall of Runes. We don't need it anymore. We only got 4 or 5 flyers maybe. I guess Larcenist is quite a bit better with double Battlements and Anthem too, so we're probably going to play that. I think we're off the Crab. And we can at least cut one Enforcer and call it a deck, I think. Protege's okay. Let's, yeah. I think we probably cut a Protege and an Enforcer. Enforcer's actually kind of cool with Enthralling Hold. End of their turn, if you have a flyer, tap down whatever creature you want to steal. And then steal it for 5 mana. That's kind of cool. What does Sanctuary hit in our deck? It basically just hits the 2 Watchers. And that's it. It's not great, but they do fly. I think it's still worth it. We have a little bit of color intensity, but I think it's okay. We have the Tranquil Cove too. We have much more white than blue, so we'll cut the blue, add the Cove. And are we missing, how many lands do we have? 15. We have, oh, we're missing a card. Okay. So maybe we can play the Protege, or maybe we do play the second Enforcer because we have 2 Enthralling Holds. I'm kind of okay with that. They're 2/3s. They attack reasonably well. I wish we had more flyers, but I guess 1, 2, 3. Did we get rid of a Watcher? Why does it say we only have 1? That's a glitch or what? Am I crazy? Am I hallucinating right now? Alright, well, I guess they're both in there, so okay. Let's see. How many flyers did we get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we got 6 flyers. Yeah, you know what? We're going to try and utilize the Enforcers. It's a cool deck. I like it. Alright. I'm satisfied. We'll run it like this. We'll see you around 1. Alright. Got a great keep here. 1, 2, 3 drop. Well poised to rip Warded Battlements or Glorious Anthem. That was a good rip too. I think we do Watcher because we have Sky Scanner, which we can cast at a cheaper, reduced price. Not sure if I will yet. Can steal that at some point. I think we do the Hallow Blade now because it actually blocks the Siege Striker quite nicely. I'm not sure what I would discard. I don't want to discard the land either. Alright, so let's go Sky Scanner first. And actually we'll leave open the blue because we have another white in hand. It's pretty good. Might be willing to trade a Shield Mate for their one of their 2 cards in hand. I think I am. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, it was a card they couldn't cast, but 1 less card in their hand is pretty good. I'm not sure what I'm discarding. Maybe the Enthralling Hold. Pegasus is pretty nice. Does not make the best use of mana, however. I think I'm going to do Rain. And the reason I'm doing this is I still might rip a white mana. I want to see what I get. We did get the white mana, so... Can ditch, I can ditch the hold. I can ditch, I kind of like the fetters for life gain. Definitely like the Watcher. So, it could be the Enforcer. Alright, I guess we'll ditch Enforcer. We'll block here. And I can ditch something. Like, I guess I'll hold. We can't cast it. We have the 2 Fates Fetters. Life gain seems better if something happens here. Alright. So they're just going to let their Seam Striker die. Seems good. No plays left. So we just Fetters, see if they have the feet. If they have the feet, I probably leave back probably the Hallow Blade. Maybe not. Maybe I'll leave back the Sky Scanner. This is fine. So now I just get in there. So I assume they're a Shrine deck. If they're playing 3-color with the Sanctum. It makes a lot more sense. 2, 5, 6, 7. We have lethal, so I'm not going to show them any more spells. So I think I bring in the Mutt. I think we'll probably cut like an Enthralling Hold and bring in the Mutt. Just to blow up shrines. In case. Wall of Runes actually looks pretty good against the Hallow Blade, but we've got answers for it. Okay. Alright, got a good keep here in game 2. Opponent mulls to 6. We can go Hallow Blade into Battlements, which is pretty good. Ghostlight's pretty good too. I can block and maybe discard a Plains if I have to, because I can still play Sky Scanner next turn. So I'll block. Siege Striker, I can still block and kill that too. I might want the Enforcer here. We'll ditch the battlements, I think, because we have 2 of them. I still want that blue land. This is fine. So you trade a battlements for a selfless savior. I'm okay with that too. Let's go Sky Scanner first, but we need to play this so we can still play the Chorister. And I think we play Chorister. And we can get in with Enforcer. So I think we just take 1. I don't want to discard any of these cards. I could block, make them discard, or make them use their turn. We could discard a battlements, but I kind of want the battlements. I think we'll just take it. And if their best move is to pump, it's okay too. So can eventually steal that. Don't quite have the mana to do what I want to do here, so we probably just can tactically use. I mean, we're 1 land away from being able to do what we want. I think we just get in with Sky Scanner and pass. This is not exactly what I want to do, but I think we're gonna have to do it. Like once we get a land, we can start doing more things. So I think we just are patient until then. All right, well, Watcher is a good draw. Lets us still continue to do things here. Not sure what's in our opponent's hand. Guess if they play a Pestilent Haze, they get us pretty good. But I think if they had it, they would have played it. So we can play the Ghostlight now, which is pretty good too. Can't do the Watcher plus the Ghostlight. But we can do a Watcher and leave up Enforcer, so I'll probably do that. I can trade probably a Siege Striker in hand now for a Dilophosaur. I don't need the Siege Striker anymore. So now we can go 3, 6, 8. Yeah, I think we just go Pegasus for now. Yeah, I think we'll get in. Let's see. These. We can discard the Enthralling Hold. Freebooter doesn't actually hit anything, which is nice. And they're at 10, so I think the battlements is going to get them. We don't even need the... so they can blow up our sky scanner. I still think we're fine. I think they're still dead, probably. Let's see. Battlements, swing team. They block 1. They take 2, 5. These get pumped anyway if I do Ghost Light, so then they would get hit for 3, 6, 7. Block that, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. I think they're dead either way. So let's just do this. Block our 2 biggest guys. They still take 3, 5, 8, 10. It's 10 damage either way, whether the Ghost Light or the battlements. Alright, we'll see for round 2. Alright, round 2 is a great keep. Shieldmate Pegasus battlements. Nice turn progression. Jaw Rail, that's a good one. Snap attack. Alright, so we'll Fates Fetters that. Next turn we can battlements. Alright, that's nice for us. So we'll do the battlements first. Could actually do the enforcer first. I think we'll get the extra damage in. Okay. So now they can get their card draw on for Jaw Rail value. These two are pretty nuts to have in the deck together. Alright, so we can Enthralling Hold at some point. I'm not sure what I want to Enthralling Hold yet, because like I can steal Jaw Rail, but I can't activate its ability, so I guess I could use its triggered ability sometimes. They have 3 cards in hand. We're at 24. I mean, we're still pretty good shape here. I guess I can gain some life now. So, alright. They also have the Snare Spinner. I think we're going to rain first here. Alright. So we can discard the land. Play the Watcher. Next turn they can make, with 8 mana, they can draw, make all of these 4 power. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. They'll have Xaxes lethal, but We got blockers. So I think I'll just go Watcher here. So quite a few reach creatures in there, unfortunately. I can steal Jaw Rail. It's still not great for me. I can steal the Ogre. Still have to deal with the Snare Spinner. And with 7 mana, I can only... So I think I'm Enthralling Hold, the Replicator, and then passing. And we're going to be tapping the Turret Ogre. Alright, so we can cast Watcher. Trade Pegasus for Snare Spinner. I think I have to offer this trade. I think we're just pretty good chance we're dead anyway, but I think that Snare Spinner actually would be more brutal on attacks than blocks. So I think we're just straight up dead now to Jaw Rail. But it's the first time I've seen Jaw Rail Maze Mind Tome together. It's a pretty deadly combo. I'm not sure why they don't want to just kill us. Can't get by the Turret Ogre anyway, so I guess we'll just take the trade. So play the Chorister and pass. We're pretty far away from being able to play Chorister twice in one turn, so I think we'll just trade, gain some life. So it confetters the Jaw Rail, which I think we'll do. So that at least keeps them from kind of getting overrun into us at some point. Alright. Can't do anything about that. So I don't really have outs for Jaw Reel, do I? They're running main deck, a ton of main deck snare spinners, which is going to be tough. Not quite sure what I can do here. Not quite sure about this match either. What my best options are. They have at least 4 main deck reach creatures. That's going to make things quite a bit more challenging. So I can do Rambunctious Mutt for their Tome and their Sky Scanner. What else can I do? Can do Cancel. I don't really like it. Can do Judgment. Yeah. That deals with stuff permanently. I guess I can do that. Read the Tides. Just basically bounce a couple tokens. Doesn't seem great. I don't like the Larcenist as much. Their whole deck is like 2/2s and reach creatures. Just doesn't seem likely I'll get in there. Not sure what else to do. I said the Mutt, right? Yeah. I guess that makes sense. The Tome is what kind of took over the game there. So maybe I cut a... I can cut the Rousing Reed. It's less relevant against reach creatures. But I need a way to get in there, so I probably can't do that. Could cut an Enforcer. Yeah, I mean, 2/3 is good. But I'm not sure what else I would cut, so... Alright. Give this a try. I guess I could cut a Shield Mate. Kind of like Shield Mate with Glorious Anthem and 2 Battlements, though. Feel like it can do some early damage for us. Which seems important. This is a great hand. Very strong hand. Snare Spinner. Well, guess we go Watcher, Sky Scanner, and get in for 4. And next turn, Anthem should be pretty good. Can do the Battlements too. Probably just do the Anthem. Alright. So, guess we'll get in with these 2. So, good news is this lets us get in with both of our guys still, so it seems fine. Guess we can play land. trying to think why I can't play land there, and I can't think of anything. I was going to say Mutt would be a pretty good draw there, but this is still very good. So they have a chump block for the striker. Alright. So that's kind of perfect draw and play there. Perfect card draw. I mean, just everything worked out kind of perfectly. So I'm glad to know that we can at least beat their deck. But their deck is just really well positioned against us because of the main deck reach. Is there any way I can bring this Enforcer in? I guess we can do it over a Shieldmate, but like I said, I really like the Shieldmate. They're kind of important for what we're doing. Do I still want the Judgment? Maybe I don't need the Judgment. I'd rather just have another creature that can attack or tap. I think that makes more sense. Like, it does deal with Turret Ogre, but Enforcer can attack into it with one of our Anthem effects. We have 3 Anthem effects. With one of our flyers, we can tap things down. It just seems better to me. Oh, I missed the land drop. That's good news for us. So let's see if they burn the Siege Striker. I think if they had burn, they would have done it right there. See if they do Soul Seer. No. Yeah. Well, we can get in with Siege Striker. It's pretty sweet. And they really don't have a good block here. So we can even follow up with a Ghostlight. You know, Hunter's Edge will Ghostlight and bounce the Snare Spinner. Attack back with the Enforcer. I guess you can get in with both, whatever. So now if they replay the Snare Spinner, we can tap it and play another Enforcer and get in with Ghostlight. It's an interesting choice. So I think we'll just Fetters while they're tapped out. And get in for 3. This kind of just lets the damage get in there now. If they play an Ogre, we'll Fetters that and get in for 3. So now we can do Fetters. And the Enforcer. So we can tap more reach. Can keep got him on a 2-turn clock at least. Hunter's Edge, it looks like. Oh, shocked. Okay. And a Havoc Jester. Right. So now we just sit back and wait for some action here. We can't tap anything because of the Enforcer. Or because of the lack of flyers, I mean. why they didn't attack with Havoc Jester there. It seems kind of strange. So I'll play the Hallow Blade. I think we can block like this. And they trade it for a shield mate and a plains in hand. I don't think they have any way to sack, so it seems fine. It's a fine trade for me. So probably don't need another shield mate. We'll use it as discard fodder for Hallow Blade as well as any further lands we find. Watcher is good, we'll do that. So now we can tap again. Anthem's great draw. So we can get in for I don't know if I wanted to discard the shield mate there anyway. But it doesn't matter. We got the match, so we'll see you in round 3. Alright, this is a keep. It's a pretty slow hand, but if we rip one of our Watchers, it's quite a bit better, or any of our cheap creatures. I'm not sure which creature I want to play first. I guess if we're missing land drops, maybe the Sky Scanner. If they don't play anything, maybe the Larcenist. I'm not sure. Well, shield mate's a reasonable draw there. I guess the nice thing about Larcenist is it kind of keeps their creatures back too. Watcher's good. Thinking about doing the Larcenist though. I guess best use of mana is a Larcenist or an Enforcer. So I'll do the Larcenist. I could have actually done the Enforcer. The perk of doing the Enforcer is if I draw a land, I can go Watcher plus be able to tap. But this kind of maybe keeps the Brontodon back if they're worried about me drawing. These are cool sleeves. Kind of gross, they blink. Alright, so got the 4th land. They're just going to let me draw. I'm cool with that if they are. So now we can go Watcher, Sky Scanner. Good use of mana. And then we get Battlements for next turn. Not sure why they attack there. I guess I just really wanted to push the damage through. That's fine. Still taking it. So, I mean, technically we can steal the Brontodon. I think I'm going to try that. I'm going to attack first here. Wait, they have all their mana untapped? Maybe this won't work as well as I want it to. Because then they can just blow up our Sky Scanner in response. I mean, we'll see what we draw. Maybe I just rip something else that I can play here, and then I can go like Enforcer or something. I guess now I can just go Enforcer. Next turn I can go Battlements tap. Seems okay. They're playing like no wizardry, no plays, but they're attacking. I don't quite get what's going on right now. That's the best play. And then just an attack. Alright. I don't think this is... They still have the mana up to sack, so I'm just going to play a Battlements and get in there. Follow up with another Enforcer. Maybe. Unless we draw something off this Larcenist. So I think I will block here, actually. Maybe not anymore. Now we just tap both their guys and win. Seems pretty good. We still just tap the reach creature. So, attack with everything and they die. Looks like it. Could have actually sacked their Brontodon to live there to blow up the Skyscanner, but they didn't. They were making odd decisions that whole game. Attacking us when they shouldn't have been attacking. So they have Heroic Intervention, which is pretty good against us. I mean, we have targeted removal. Turn to Slag, probably too slow for how many creatures we have. Wall of Runes, I guess, does block the 3/4, but I'd rather just have attackers with the 3 Anthems. Mutt, nothing to blow up. They do have the Rare Spider, which is good against us, actually. We have outs to it, though. We have 2 Fetters. We can tap it. Steal it. Actually, we can't steal it. Pro Blue. Or Hexproof from Blue, whatever it is. I'm still happy with what we got. I'm going to keep this. This hand's not great, but I don't really want to mull it on the draw. That was a good rip. Alright. Are they going to let me... Last time they let me attack with Larcenist, so I'm kind of interested to see if they do again, but now that I drew a Siege Striker, I'd rather just play that. It's more damage output. Just Truffle Snout for days, huh? So they have Heroic Intervention mana if they were to stay back, but they don't care. So if they don't care, I don't care. We'll go Watcher, Skyscanner, and attack for 1 billion here. Gain life this time. We do. Still attacking though. Alright, so we have the Sanctuary for the bird. We can probably just Enthralling Hold here. See if they have the Hexproof. They don't, so we'll get in here and probably here actually. Tap these two. Not sure what's going on over there. I mean, the Weaver's not bad for him here, but... They're pretty much toast now, so that's good. Just get in there. Yeah. They're not going to get the trigger before they die either. Alright, well, we ended up stealing the draft there with pretty sweet Azorius deck. Just cheap creatures, Anthem effects basically, and that's it. Not even that much evasion, it was just those shield dudes actually do pretty good work when you've got Glorious Anthem and two warded battlements. So, hope you enjoyed it. That was a sweet win. We'll see you for the next one.